Alrighty. Hello there. For those of you that are new here, welcome. Those of you who are not, welcome back. My name is Brandon, and today we are playing the Stanley Parable. And I'm not sure if it makes a difference, but we're playing specifically the Ultra Deluxe version. So, yeah, I've seen a little bit of this game. It looks super trippy, but really cool. I'm liking these single player playthrough games, especially for streams and stuff like that. Because you got a start point and an end point, and you just complete it and you check it off the box, you know? And I think this is a fantastic game to do that for, based on what I've seen of it so far. Yeah, sorry I haven't been active for the last few days. I've been super sick for almost a week now. So today's the first day where I legitimately think I can stream. So we're gonna give it a shot. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is just gonna be a one stream or if it's gonna be across multiple, but we will see. Might be a few episodes, might be just one time only. So yeah.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, so one of the things I've seen is that you can just do whatever you want, even when the narrator doesn't say it. I can just walk through a chair. That's interesting. I kind of want to see all this. Well, is he gonna get upset with me or something? And I hate Mondays. It's funny. All right. Should I? I'm doing it. I'm just gonna do what the narrator says. I'm gonna do exactly what he says.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, now we're gonna go to the meeting room. Is this the meeting room? No. This is a huge office. This is giving me some backroom vibes. Especially when you got those super creepy, yeah. Definitely getting backroom vibes here. I'm thinking what I can do is just go through the game.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'm just going to go through the game doing everything the narrator says, and then maybe replay it and do what I want. I want to go through this door. Okay, fine. Ooh, spooky.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Good lord. Oh, I didn't hear what the... Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Right next day's agenda. Reflect. The future was yesterday, tomorrow is now. Oh. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Interesting. Targets. Standardized graphs 40 wide. Move my desk. Number of slides on this slide. Wait, what? Read which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please no more charts. Okay, that's funny. Oh my gosh, what do people want? The stock market is somewhere here. Colored in segment. Stripes requires more secondary research. Target demographic teenagers. What is hot? Whoa. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Facts. Oh my god. Bi-quarterly post review. We need more / less reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion. Oh my god. I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charge to be. Oh my god. There's a lot going on here. Okay. Alright, we're just gonna move on. I don't remember what the guy said, but. Okay.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here,
there.
so he turned around and got back on track.
I want stuff. Okay, fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, spooky. Executive bathroom? Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Interesting. Extreme bathrooms. Bath guy testifies in the trial of the century. Tired of getting ash on your porcelain? Faucets, pipes, offshoots. Interesting. I need to wash my hands. I don't have a reflection. That's not good. This is... Ooh, this gives me like a little bit of headache. Is there motion blur or something going on? Hang on. That's why if you've been watching this for a little while, you know by now, I cannot stand motion blur. It makes me feel super nauseous. Accessibility, is it in video? VSync. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Just make sure. Okay, nope. Looks like there's no motion blur setting. Okay. That's not good. I don't think that door was meant to close. Well, it was meant to close, but I don't think I wanted it to close. Business time. Are hostile takeovers the new biannual percentage? Yo, who made these things? None of this makes sense.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, what dark secret was being held from him. What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Ooh. Fancy. Okay, this is... Is this like a horror game? I do not have my... I am not prepared for a horror game. I'm not prepped for a scary game. When I play scary games, I need time to prepare. Oh, it's a loading screen? Okay.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Oh my. What is this? Ooh.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Flight is on. Call extension 914 immediately. Okay. Escape mind control facility. Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I wanted to push the button again. I wanted to push the... Okay, fine. Just wanted to push the button again, guys. Where do I go from here? Oh, button. Yes.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
427, that's me, right? Right there. That looks like my office, yeah. I can crouch. Can't jump though, or sprint. What is this? Elevator button.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No.
Listen, if I was getting paid big money,
he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content, walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Alright, easier said than done, but sure. Go off, King. I feel like I'm in Poppy Playtime right now. What is this? Is there a way to get up this? No. Okay. Did I go into here? I'm gonna guess I go into here. There's a light over the name of this room, and the doors are wide open. So, mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So do I click off? I do. Yes.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer
Where the
would anyone
frick
tell
is
him
this
where to
building?
go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
So you
That
tell me
was
this is
all he
absolutely
needed to know.
colossal, massive
It
office
was
building
perhaps
just
the only thing worth knowing.
at the top
Stanley
of this
stepped
random mountain?
through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Okay. We got the achievement, beat the game. Okay. So are we able to... Okay. Guessing we're just
All
able
of his
to...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, first thing I'm gonna do is try...
Stanley went around touching every
door.
little
Oh,
thing in
that's
the
new.
office, but no matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm on the table. Okay. Let's see. Can't see anything outside. What in the world?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office, because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
I hate Mondays. Listen. One of these doors has none of them
When
open.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Nope.
doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh, that door closed. Okay. That's weird.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring.
Wait.
It had really been worth the detour after all,
This
just to
shouldn't be an
spend a few
exterior
moments
window.
here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
It's an
room.
office.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking
What?
it all in.
Should not be a... There should not be a window there.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have
honestly-
mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I just got an achievement. You can't jump. And then it says, no, seriously,
At this point,
we disabled
Stanley's
it.
obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Bro's really telling me that I'm the reason everybody left.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
I am
When a
sitting around
long
waiting for
time
more
had
dialogue.
passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Nope. I'm gonna stay here now. I'm gonna stay here and click on as many things as I possibly can. It's a nice roof. It's a nice ceiling. Actually, a very boring ceiling. That's okay. I'm gonna go to this door. Notepad. Paintings. I like this room. It's a very nice room. I'm gonna stay in here for way too long. Does anything else happen? What if I leave this room and then immediately come straight back in? What if I just go AFK at this room and just go on my phone? What's the game gonna do then?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Dang it. Oh, this is the back room area.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's not good. I didn't go into that door. Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. No. Why have all my coworkers vanished? Oh, okay. The door closed too. Warning, do not jump for the cargo lift while I was in motion. Oh, okay. So penalty for misuse of the cargo lift is $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, which causes death, also causes $5,000. Oh, okay. Danger vent access for trained employees only. Climb at your own risk. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna get on this thing then, see where it takes me.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Oh, he's talking to me
I'm not
directly
your
now.
enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. I'm giving you a chance. What are you doing with it? Danger. Danger everywhere. I don't like this room. It's fine. Literally, my heart is like pounding like I'm in a freaking horror game right now. This feels just like brightly lit poppy playtime.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Did I? I did not.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill tree? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I like both of those things, yeah.
Tell you what.
Hey,
let me take a stab in the dark
to the stream. Glad to have you here.
Give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What? He didn't give me a choice. They all went to the same place.
Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? No. Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to
I'm gonna
judge.
give him one again.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version.
Oh.
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
I want to give him that one. Oh. Ah. Oh, some of these are not. Oh, Stanley. The Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Huh. 21.3% of players skipped the intro sequence. Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. Stanley 427. 9,328 out of 9,328. How long does it take you to get the correct door? That's funny. Okay. I don't know, some friends for help. Error, friends list empty. Oh my god. 98.9% of players are more attractive than Stanley. Dang, thanks. A dead rat. Alright, we'll go through this one now. Oh, it just gives me the same place again.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
I want to give him another one.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Okay.
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
So basically, Cassie, what's currently happening is, when you're playing the game, the narrator tells you exactly what to do. I did a playthrough where I did everything that he told me to do immediately, and I just went through it, and I was just like, yep, I'm going to do all those things. But then now I'm doing a playthrough, I'm doing the opposite of it. And basically, is that still too loud? I'm going to turn down a few more decibels. But basically, what, it happened is that if you go against the narrator so much, the actual like developer starts like talking to you straight through the game almost, and he gets like quote unquote mad at you, I guess. And so he's like, hey, why don't you play this other game instead that I made just for you? And that's what this is here. So I wonder how long I actually have to play this for. I got like a freaking what is it called? An objective completed thing? Like the award in the game for it? How many times I have to click this red button and save the baby? Because I'm sure it'll kill the baby if I let it go all the way over. How close can I let it get? I've never anybody set up an auto clicker and like seen how long they can possibly save the baby for. Oh my god, this is something. Alright, as much as I want to see how long I can go just doing this over and over and over again, I am trying to stream, and it is 9 p.m. So I gotta get a bit of a move on. We're gonna have to let the baby die.
Can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
It's loading again.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you
Wait,
think
this
game is about,
this game is
What's our
on my
backstory? What is our motivation?
a short hike, right? This is on my
Well, it seems obvious to
wishlist.
me that you are meant to play as a creepy
wait.
man, spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower,
No,
perhaps
pretty sure
for
we're
some
spotting
sort of
fires.
twisted, erotic purpose. Yes,
the fire
that
tower
must be
game.
it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more.
Being in here
Come,
makes
let's
me
venture
realize,
outward
though,
and
this
see
would
what
be
else
a
is out there.
pretty. That would be a pretty hardcore job. Is that moving? Like just being stuck up on this fire tower in this one room in the middle of the woods. There's no bathroom in there. If you have to go to the bathroom, it's like there's an outhouse down there. I think I know this game well. Yeah, this was on my... I don't remember the name of it for sure, but I know it's on my wish list and all that. Yeah. What does this say? Who fire watches the fire watch? Who fire watches the fire watch? Who fire watches the fire watch? Okay. Interesting. Oh, there's someone in there, so cool. Nice. I've been in a fire tower before, but not one this size where you actually sleep in it. It was one of those, like a whole little house down at the bottom, and they would just go up to the very top and take shifts. But, like, you're in the middle of nowhere. There's
No, it can't be.
nobody nearby to help you. I want to go to the outhouse. Where's the outhouse at? I think it was this way. Yeah. Poop house. Let's go.
It is.
Oh,
It's an
yeah.
open world
It
game.
is an
Good
open
God, quickly block it off.
No.
Thank goodness.
I wanted to go
Stanley,
to the
what a close call.
outhouse.
You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big
wanted to
open,
go to the
just wandering
outhouse.
around, no right or wrong directions,
There's
no
a hole in
path
the
to
wall.
follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we
There's
avoided
a
it.
hole in the wall.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find
go.
another game.
We were going to
Preferably
another
something with
game?
walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Sounds just super common where I am. Nice. Here in Florida, they don't really have any,
I
but in
think
Tennessee,
this
they've got a
will be
bunch.
just the thing.
That's the reason it's called the Smoky Mountains. Oh my god, Rocket League?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you
so
manage to get
confused.
lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
This is
Okay, so what
weird.
exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Sports ball.
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Yes.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I want to play sports ball. I'm so much faster now that I'm playing sports ball. Gosh.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
So much better.
Stanley, I have a thought.
So
and
much
I realize
mucho
I'm not a
better.
sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more
I
euphoric
agree.
sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Oh, there's another ball. Hang on, guys. There's 2
Yes.
balls now.
Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it?
Hang on, I want to hit this
Stanley,
ball into
I'm like
that
a
ball.
child in a confectionery shop.
Hang
I
on.
simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
Hang on, I need to hit this ball.
More balls.
Yes. Oh my god, there's a lot now. Yes. There's so many. If I score a touchdown, if I run the bases and score a touchdown, do I get more balls? Looks like that one's
Are
about
you
to go
enjoying
in.
this, Stanley?
It's
You
about to go
having
in.
fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over.
Whee!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I didn't know.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Okay. I literally feel like I'm in a horror game. 86 finally kept. Oh, I fell again. Oh. I kind of wanted to explore that area. Towers are super common where I am. It's pretty cool. Yeah, is this a horror game? Wait, is this like actually a horror game? Hold on. Wait, what? I thought this was like a silly little playthrough game where you just have a narrator who tells you what to do and sometimes you can ignore him. But I accidentally wandered into the back rooms. Oh my god. This is like the actual back rooms. Straight up. Wait, what? Wait. Okay. This is so trippy. Oh, there's a light down there. It's a light. Oh, 427. That's my room. I'm employee 427. Door's gonna close, isn't it? No. What is going on? I can crouch. I can't. This is 427. This is my room. I guess I'm not supposed to be in there. Right? Yo, this is like, unironically, this isn't a horror game. No, this is literally like, it might be actually. I didn't look at the tags too hard. I didn't want to spoil anything for myself, but okay, that scared me.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
I didn't know there's a heavy
He'll
cost.
understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Go
yes,
off,
I'll
King.
be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. Wait, which ending was that? What in the world? Hold on. That wasn't like an actual storyline ending? How many achievements are there in this game? There's 11. Can't jump. Get your first achievement. Beat the game. Click on door 430 5 times. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Okay, 417. 417. And you go find 417. And you go click on 417.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Okay, 437. Okay. Where's 437? Wait, 437's not in here. Where's 437?
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415, okay. Guys, we need it. Guys, where's 415? 417, 416, 415. Okay, we're doing it.
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay, back to 437. It's this way. Come on, guys. Come on. Fucking hustle.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Copy machine.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
417.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
419's desk.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416. It's like my lucky number.
We've almost got it!
Oh my
now
God.
the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay, back to the copy machine. Oh my god.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
He wants me to finish on 430.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That was amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Alright, there's one where it just says 8888888, so I'm just gonna click 8 a bunch of times. I don't know if that does anything. I was doing figure eights, that didn't work. Okay. Yeah, what else can we do? Set all setting sliders in the menu to all available numbers. Speed run. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes and 22 seconds, not including load times. Don't go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Commitment. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. Okay, so one day on a Monday night, I'll have to load Stanley Parable and just leave it playing all day. Okay. Got it. Okay. What am I supposed to be doing right now anyways? Okay, right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, should you can type 8 into something? That's a great idea.
Wow.
There is something I can type 8 into.
This room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on
I've
his
never
left.
gone through this door, so I'm going to do that now.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, I immediately got on the lift.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track.
Ooh.
So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Oh, left, okay. Can I go through these? No. No, okay. Can I open this door? No? Okay.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No, it's to the right, my
Okay,
mistake.
right, sorry, right.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I had a feeling. Oh, wait, why is there a... That doesn't... Interesting. Also interesting. This is creepy.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to...
I invented this part, right?
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Wait, what? It just said no.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I'm gonna try and...
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait,
what?
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I
was gonna try and
definitely
speedrun
restarted
it.
the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I wanna go this way. Okay. Chairs. This is bizarre. I just want to point that out. Inner guilt. Everyone knows what you did. You're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Do I want to go that way yet? I don't know. Let me check the stuff out first. This is a weird looking office, by the way. Cassie, you work in an
I'll
office,
say it.
right?
This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Nope.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay,
Nope.
let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! I found it the hallway with the thing. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Trying to speedrun. Now there's no door.
It's where... I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
You know... Oh, okay. Wait. Okay. Wait, what? When I click on the doors, they don't make the rattling sound.
I knew we'd missed something.
No?
The story. Here it comes.
Wait. But if I... And then you come through here. Oh, cool. It's one of these. Okay.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
No, this is not.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so.
Right,
I
warehouse.
can't
Sorry.
quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You
So confused.
win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh,
I'm in an
no.
old, like, log
No,
building.
I don't feel right about this
Where'd
at
the
all.
door go? I
We
can't
both
get through
know you
here.
didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the
Yay.
line. How simple is that?
This is not where the Stanley Parable Adventure line goes. There's supposed to be another... Okay.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
That's funny. Hang on, if I go click on that door again. Okay. It really doesn't do anything. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if that was going to be like an Easter egg that came back to get us or something. Ooh. Solitaire. Interesting. I always knew there was something going on this way. The numbers got weird. It was numbers.
You
Now
see,
it's numbers and numbers.
the line knows where the story
now there's
is.
question
It's
marks.
over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
It's bright.
Nope. Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Wait, what?
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
How does it...
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office,
Wait.
is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I'm going with all that.
Coming from this way.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
What? Wait, what? How am I... Oh my god, this is... I'm gonna turn that down slightly. I'm still so confused. Okay, so I walk in through the blue room. I'm facing this way, right? And if I stay facing that direction the whole time, when I get oh, I am facing the same direction. Okay, hang on. So I go left, and then forward, and then right, forward, left. That's not okay. I shouldn't be ending up back here. I'm just going left and forward the whole time. Okay. Okay. I'm so glad I'm recording this. I'm gonna make some shorts out of this. This is... What's going on? The music is so loud. That's not what I'm talking about, Cass. Okay. Hang on. Let me basically just turn this off for a second. Okay. So I walk in from this room, right? And I'm facing this way to go from this room onto this line. But here's the deal. If I walk away from this room, I'm just walking away from the room. I'm walking forwards. 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 I get to the point where I'm in this room again, facing that way. But like this should be not, like, I shouldn't be able to go. This shouldn't happen. Do you see what I'm talking about? Okay. This is fine. Alright, okay. I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit for y'all. Adventure music is... Oh, hang on. Okay. Alright, we're going this way. Question mark. Oh. Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, now I'm gonna go this way. Alright, now I'm going this way. Now I'm going that way. Now I'm going this way. Okay. The numbers are getting lower. This is so unbelievably loud. Oh, numbers got high again. Okay. Alright, hang on. We gotta follow the line. Alright, going this way. Okay. What happens if I go this way? Oh, nothing? Okay. Alright, let's see. This music is unironically so freaking... Annual reviews. Oh. Monthly lead. This is exactly like that one area in freaking Poppy Playtime. Where I'm running from right before I go up against Pianosaurus. Oh wait, it goes. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So this hallway breaks time and space. Okay. 432 peer reviews. Oh my god. Okay. Now I'm back in here. I can just walk. Wait, what? This was the one that broke time and space a second ago. Now it doesn't. What? Okay.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Okay, okay. Making sure, making sure. Alright, good, good, good. We got screenshots, y'all. Where's the music? Where's the music?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Wait, why
no,
is this
no.
coming from?
Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
It came from... Wait, okay. So we're gonna go this way now. Ah, I've been in here before. What do these doors do? Oh. I'm back here again?
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we
was-
trusted you.
Oh, this is the
everything we've
exact
been
same
through,
spot,
you-
too.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh my god. Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Oh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Ah, this direction. Okay. So this is not an office.
Now,
Got
yes, this is exciting.
yeah.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want to go this
Oh,
way.
no, not you
Oh,
again.
it's the line again.
Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor
The
rules.
line.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
I must follow the line. Chat, I must follow the line. I am a follower of the magenta line. Okay. Oh. I want to go that way. Dang it. Oh, the line has abandoned me.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
I'll go
From
this
here, the story is in our control.
I'll go this way.
How important we mustn't squander the
go
opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a
Yes, I
minute to think
have,
here.
and I
Just
own it.
walk
I
in
just haven't
circles
played it
for a
yet.
minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere,
Walking
which
this way.
means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with
That's
that
why I'm walking in reverse
counter-inverted
on these
reverse
arrows.
door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts,
right.
the door on the right is the correct one.
Okay.
Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny
Okay, so again.
awaits.
So the door on my right. This door's to my right. If I stay in here, I look that way. That door's to my right. Fine. Oh. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this?
D8.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this
Oh,
goes?
this is where. Okay,
It's all
we just did the
determined?
fourth one. Now we're about
So
to
now,
do the
according
fifth
to
one.
the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget?
Oh.
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
Took a-
Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I
Really,
don't want
bookstore?
it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I
Bookstore.
don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer... Stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So...
Don't worry,
Okay.
I'm gonna play Superliminal as well, and I'm also going to slowly descend
I
into
guess now we
madness.
just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Jesus.
All of his co-workers would go... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
what?
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Oh yeah.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay. This way.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked
not
straight
gonna
ahead to
do
the
that way
opposite
again.
door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I've been down here yet. This is new.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then
I thought the
something
fifth one
occurred
said
to
that I would
Stanley.
just get stuck there.
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously
Yeah, on
out
the
of
fifth restart,
existence
I'm
in a
unable to
single
go
moment
anywhere or do
for no
anything.
reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see
I did
his
notice that.
feet
That was like one of
when
the
he
first
looked
things I
down?
noticed in this game.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
Yeah, that's
He
pretty good.
thought to
Highlight.
himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, I am. floating
Then
off the
he
ground.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun,
Whoa.
and Stanley marveled that he had
That's
still not woken
actually-
up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head.
Maybe like the
One he
greatest
was
dream of all
amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Oh.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it
said
to
he
be
would
over.
forget, and then I would.
Let me go
be
back to
prevented
my
from playing the
job.
game.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
What in the world is narrator going through?
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh. That's not good.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
No, it isn't.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh,
And although she would
dead.
soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
They look just like
I
Casey.
am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Yep,
She
exactly.
had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the
Oh
body,
no, she's applying for our job.
and then she
isn't
turned and ran.
That's a little weird.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
This
Stanley
is
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
bizarre. Is that the ending? Do
When
we
Stanley
know?
came to a set of two open
Stanley was
doors,
just crazy.
he entered the door on his left.
Is that what we know?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Coming to a staircase, Stanley
down
walked
last
upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't think there were any other choices I could have made other than the choices that I just made. Was there any different thing I could have done downstairs? I don't think so.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known
I gotta
this.
remember that so I can speed run it.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Was there anything different I could have done just now? Remember this area. I got here
Stanley
once
walked
before.
straight ahead through the large
Oh, yeah, I
door
can
that
go this
read
way. I
Mind
never went this way
Control
before.
Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh, that's not good.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
It's true. It's true.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yep.
and willingly confront his death.
Mm-hmm. Okay. No fall damage, huh?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I assume these things are going to come down. So otherwise I could just duck.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Drop down here. Aha! What did that say? The Stanley Pyramid.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
She is going on. Put in all eights. Yes, I did do that.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
That's weird. Alright, let's check this out. Is that our office? Office out. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Cool. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. The two doors. The set of the two doors is the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Interesting. One is the office. Okay. Two is like, I don't know, the back tunnel. No, two is like maintenance. Three is like the back tunnel areas. Interesting. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mixture of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Interesting. This is really weird, y'all. Filing cabinets. Yup. Office computers. Uh-huh. Based on the work of the Stanley Parable 2013 team. Just gonna make sure I get all these people on camera for a good second. Oh, Kevin Brighting as the narrator. Interesting. Good to know. I want to know who came up with that, with the song, the adventure song. That was pretty metal. Excuse me. This is... Okay, continues from here. I think this area is a dead end, though. So let's look at this one real quick. Is this like a museum? I have absolutely no clue what's going on. I don't know if I beat the game, or if this is part of the game. I don't know. Screens in the development of the boss's office. So it was that. Because at first it was that. Then it was that. And then it was that, maybe? I kind of like these two. This one's not the greatest. I like how this one is just freaking empty. It kind of matches the vibe of the game. Ah, it's a little area. The lounge. Underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game. Cool.
Oh, I don't know. How about... They're
When
throwing a
Stanley came
surprise
to the
party
bed,
for him.
he
Very
always
good
button
updates.
pushing.
Kevin Brighting, the voice of the narrator, recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development. These are clips from early takes that were not used in the final game.
Stanley pushed the orange lever.
Oh, it was an orange lever? I didn't push an orange lever. Did I miss part of the game? I'm so confused. My head hurts. Freedom ending. This was the very first incarnation of the freedom ending in the game's alpha. I think that was the first ending I got, was the freedom ending. Just doing everything he says. Monitor room elevator. For a time, the elevator in the monitor room could go up or down with freedom above and the countdown below. We abandoned this when the players found it too difficult to remember what was up and what was down, and placed the two endings together instead. Huh. Countdown room, an early version of the countdown room. I kind of like this one. Countdown desk, one of the desks from the early version of the countdown ending. Have I not done the countdown ending yet? Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in beta. Yeah. Oh, there's more stuff over there. Yeah. Game design mockup. This is the level that William, the level designer, sent Davey, the writer, as a kind of audition piece. The strength of this level got William hired to design the full game. Though much of the environment has changed, the basic layout from this mockup is still in the game. That's pretty cool. .427. That was our office. 427. 427. Yep. There's the thing there. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. First was 2011, 2012, 2013. So this is the first one. Second one. Third one. Cool. Narrator emails. After the second trailer was sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these for other promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. From James Irvine. How is the games? How is the game going? I hope it's good. Question, are you a rock? Okay. Could you tell me what the significance of the number 1112800 is? Okay. Well, the thing I wanted to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other rooms? Okay. The lounge. An early version of the lounge. Okay, what is happening right now? Apartment timer. In the previous... Wait, there's an apartment? I think I've still missed an ending. Cargo lifts. Oh, yeah. Hang on, that's one thing I didn't do. I did the cargo lift, and then I dropped from the cargo lift onto a second path. But I never... How did I get to the cargo lift? Maintenance layout. The flow of hallways following the first two doors was important to get right, since players will play them so many times. We discussed a number of designs, but ultimately used the simplest design that worked. Huh. Okay, there's a lot to go over here. Oh, what is this? But I want to press the button. I want to press the button. I can't press the button. Zending. The screenshot depicts an early version of the ending known as Zending, which was eventually cut and merged with another part of the game. Oh. Zending levers. These levers were originally part of the Zending. Oh. That's where it says Stanley pulled the orange lever. The game is now paused. Escape menu. For a long time, we had an ending that only ended when the player restarted from the escape menu. Unfortunately, very few players realized what this was supposed to do, so it was frustrating for everybody. Yeah. I'm lost in this museum. Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers of the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. It features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator, informing the viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. Okay. I think we've covered pretty much everything.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Worth a shot? Crouched.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Should I go back to that cargo lift? Oh.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content? When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know. Okay. I don't need no new content. I got old content.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might come into a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Needed to go the other way. To get to
The moment he entered his
cargo
manager's
area.
office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Could he really be all alone? This was too much for Stanley to take. Too much for any man to take. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
How do I get the windows room from here?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I do remember that. this button?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I don't know how perfect you have to be for a speed run. I think my little foray into new content
Now the
might have
monitors
ruined
jumped
it.
to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee
worth
in the
a shot,
building,
given that we accidentally
Stanley's
went this way.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Freedom meant nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's
be true,
control all
indeed.
this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he
Why can't
truly
I jump?
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I want to jump.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this
Ooh, what
very
if I turn the
place.
system power
And as
on?
the cold reality of his past began to sink in,
pressed off last
Stanley
time.
decided that this machinery would... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can
Jump
do.
off here.
You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated?
Okay, so one.
All right,
and then
I'm in a good
green.
mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office
There's
sink into the
3.
ground, swallowing everyone
5.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been
3.
rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost
That's
hate
light
to
blue,
see
isn't
it
it?
go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why
Oh,
not?
very nice. Thank you.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on
Is
trees.
that purple?
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
That door was
I mean,
open
look
for
at
a
you,
second. That was a
running
red
from button to button, screen to screen,
red button.
clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? that this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge.
So one is
it's
over
a
here.
tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
That's
But
one.
I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice.
Interesting.
Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Do not like shaky screen.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content, eh?
When Stanley
go
came
this
to a set
way.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room,
go.
and Stanley knew
Where's
it
the
perfectly
cargo?
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That was like the second playthrough. I
Standing
just did
now
the
in this
opposite of
incredible
everything
room,
he said.
Stanley but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yeah, I think I went through this area.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
So I
gotten
can
off
jump
on
off
the
here
wrong
and
foot
die.
here. I'm not your enemy, really,
Straight
I'm
up.
not.
Should I do that?
I realize that investing your trust in someone else
Should I
can be
die?
difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance
haven't
to
been here
redeem
yet.
yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Do I have a... That's right, I did say about a wife earlier. Whoa.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
There's my countdown clock. This is the apartment ending, apparently. If I just let it ring. Let it ring, let it ring, let it ring-a-ding-a-ling.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do
I
that?
thought I could do that.
You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I
I'm
won't
sure
have
if I'm
that kind of
missing
risk on my
coworkers.
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Okay, okay.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back.
Okay.
You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, go back this way. Oh, there's fences now.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and
I
dying.
was
Imagine the main character dying
I was
senselessly
gonna do that.
halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to
I was
deal
about
with
to jump
reality.
off the platform. Okay. Interesting. Also gonna make me take the left door. Ah, I see.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
I see. Okay.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Okay.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I'm gonna stay here. I wanna go that way. Oh my god. Does he have any other voice lines if I stay here long enough? What if I go this way again? Nope. Okay. Interesting. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, It's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down.
That's not good.
I have to.
No. There's a door over there I could have gone through though. I think.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see?
It kind of was.
Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect.
I also
worked
escaped.
so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, this is different.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Yep, I'm looking at it. I can't... I don't have a mic button. Do I have a mic button? There's a jump.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you?
I can't talk.
Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Bruh.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You...
Oh, that's not good.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through
The
the
end.
door.
Oh.
Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to
Well,
make a
dang.
decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. Wait, Stanley thought to himself. Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
The voice lines
Please,
changed there.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm
Did you guys
not
notice
asking
that?
for me. I'm
I accidentally
asking for
muted.
her.
I had to sneeze and then...
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley.
That's bright. Oh my god. Whew. 427. Ah.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
That's...
Gotcha! Oh, come on.
That's creepy.
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
Hey.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
There isn't even... Oh, there isn't nothing.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press K on your keyboard.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Ah.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Please press L.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind,
Interesting.
in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
I imagine that's a
It
big
was wonderful.
bathroom.
And each day that he returned to work
Actually,
was a reminder that none of it would ever
tiny
happen to
bathroom.
him.
There's no TV in here.
And so he began to fantasize
Yes.
about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought
My lady
excited him
is
terribly.
fine. Press P to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
P to
As he
prepare
wandered
dinner.
through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there
she's
possibly
gone.
be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be
happened,
anything
Martin.
but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Jeez.
watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Don't press it so fast.
You see?
Boom.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
What if I just don't press that button now? Oh, it's gonna be on there like forever, isn't it?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh. Okay. All right, y'all. I think I'm gonna call it there for tonight. Uh, I, I'm sure there's other things in this game that we did not do, but we just took over 2 hours, and I think we've there is a chance that we have completed the game. I think there's maybe a couple little Easter eggs, kind of stuff that I haven't discovered. We have the whole new content thing to look at as well, because I never looked at that. So, I will do another stream on this game where I go through and I kind of finish out that new content room and all that stuff, see what that's all about. But I'm going to leave that for next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure to check the description down below for more information. Like if you liked, subscribe if you want to catch these live in the future. And, yeah. Make sure to leave any game requests or anything like that in the comments down below. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.